Hi guys, my name is Pia. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then hi, welcome. Today I wanted to do another makeup tutorial for you guys, and this time I'm gonna do kind of like a fresh pink makeup tutorial, like super spring, and like I always think pink when it comes to spring, so that's the kind of look we're going to be doing. Okay, let's just get into it because I'm in a bit of a rush. So I've just put a little bit of moisturiser and a little bit of primer, and I used Cerave Moisturising Lotion with my Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer. Those two together. So yeah, now I'm going to go into my foundation. I've actually just been like trying out different foundation combination, so like mixing my two foundations together. As I mentioned in my previous video, I do love the Nars foundation and my Estee Lauder, so I thought like, why don't I mix it together, because I have realized that from my last video that my Nars foundation is a bit too light for me. Like, I think it's because it's like becoming warmer, my skin has gotten a little bit more tanned. Not too much though, just a little bit. Let's just do that. So I'm gonna mix Estee Lauder with my Nars shade Duoville and what shade is this? 3W2 Cashew in Estee Lauder. And then I'm just gonna use my beauty blender and just do it all over my face. My lips look super crazy right now. I actually did my lip fillers like yesterday, so they're really swollen. So if they look a little bit crazy right now, then that is why they're swollen, okay? Yeah, this shade matches me a lot better than the previous video. This is why I like making videos, because you can like look at the video previously and like learn your mistakes, and you just get better, really. Now that my foundation is blended, I'm going to go ahead and just set this. I'm not going to be using concealer today, because today is more of like a quick, fresh makeup spring look. I didn't want to do too much. Sometimes I do get carried away doing it, but today I'm just going to do like just super natural. To set the parts where I get really oily, I'm going to use the RCMA No Colour Powder. I still love this stuff. I mean, I don't see it around that much, but I still really like it. I love to use this with a foundation brush to apply it. Just make sure when you apply it that there's no creases underneath the eyes, because we don't want that situation today. On my Instagram, I asked some of you guys to ask me questions for my YouTube video, and one of the questions was like, how do you start a YouTube video when you don't feel confident, or you're like worried about how you look or what you say? And the thing is, like, when you do YouTube, like, you really cannot care what people think, because at the end of the day, like, people are gonna like you and people are gonna hate you regardless what you do. So the main thing is like to just really do it for yourself, especially like if you're passionate about something. That is really the soul of the purpose of why you do it, because you are passionate of what you're doing, or whatever you want to do, like share awareness or like positivity in whatever fields that you want to do. Like, it's all about just doing it for you. Like, everything is in good intention. If you're worried about like the production side, like if you feel like you don't have like a good camera or you don't know how to edit, the internet is your best friend. All you gotta do is just research and like learn how to edit your videos. It's actually so amazing now how good like our smartphones can record things. Like, it's so good quality. So it's not about quality, it's about quantity, and people can see through authenticity very easily. Like, you could have the best camera in the whole world and the best production, but if your personality is, one way to say it, if your personality is shit, you seem fake, then no one's gonna watch it. So it's not about quality, it's just really about being true to what you do and to who you are. And yeah, and I said just to not really care what people think. The only thing that's stopping you in this world is yourself. Yeah, you just gotta really do it for yourself. So yeah, definitely just start. Don't expect for everything to like blow up or like emerge. I mean, it'd be really lucky if it did. You know, these things take time, and you know, don't really worry about like what direction your channel will be at the start. I think you just have to just do lots of trial and errors to see what works for you. And yeah, honestly, just go for it. Like, now that the powder is set, the areas where I get oily, I did set it with the RCMA. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of like set the rest of the areas where, you know, where I didn't do that. I keep saying that, like, the areas that I didn't set with the RCMA, I'm going to set it with a powder that is like more closer to my skin tone. If you get what I mean? You get me? And for that, I'm going to be using the Nars Soft Velvet Pressed Powder in Mountain. Oh my god, I literally cannot talk with these lips. Like, they're ridiculous. Like, I am aware that they look crazy, guys. Don't think I don't know, because I do know. They're just swollen. I feel like it's so easy to be like really hard on yourself nowadays. You can achieve things in life or whatever, or there'll be moments where, you know, you do something great, and then the moment where you start being hard on yourself, all of that just means nothing. And I think, like, me personally, I'm really hard on myself in the sense where I don't see the achievement, I just see the flaws. I feel like there's always room for progression and there's always room to be better. In the real world, I think you do have to kind of like stop yourself and just, you know, sometimes just start appreciating what you do, or like not to be hard on yourself, because I think it's so easy to get caught up on all of it and just start feeling like whatever you're doing is not purposeful, or it's not worth it. But it's hard because sometimes I don't see it, and then like I would ask my boyfriend and stuff like, I'm doing so shit in life, I'm not trying hard enough, like I'm so hard on myself. And you know, sometimes it's good to have that person to tell you, no, you're trying your best, it isn't where you need to be, but at least you're trying, and that's the main thing. Like, in whatever you do, at least you like give it a try, and there's nothing better than actually giving it a try than procrastinating and not really doing it. At least you tried, and even if you failed, the main thing is at least you tried and you gave it a shot, and that's something that you should be proud of. Okay, so now that my whole face is set with the Nars pressed powder thing majiggy, I'm gonna do a slight contouring. It's not going to be too crazy because I feel like this actually gives quite a lot of colour payoff anyway, so it does already give me that warmth back into my face, and the fact that I used a foundation shade that's actually my shade did kind of save me time. I don't know what's wrong with me today, I'm like rambling on. I think it's because I had like literally down a full mug of tea, so that's probably like the caffeine just... This is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. I'm going to take this shade. These are very cool tone shades to just kind of like create more depth rather than warmth. Because today I just want to do a little bit more sculpt rather than bronzing, because I don't really need it. Makeup is makeup at the end of the day. Like brands and all that kind of stuff, like it really doesn't matter. Like if you are into makeup and you're so worried about, you know, oh, my makeup won't look good because it's not high end, it really doesn't matter in my opinion. Like when I started off, I used to use like really cheap makeup and I could still make that shit look good. It's about knowing your craft. You can make anything work really if you know, are really passionate about it. Even though now like I have invested in good makeup brands, I still don't see the difference. Obviously the high-end makeup are always going to have better ingredients and they're formulated better, but that's not to say that you cannot make drugstore makeup look good. Makeup is makeup. That's all I'm trying to say. So if you're worried of starting off doing makeup but you don't feel like you have good brands, girl, it doesn't matter. You can literally create any look with the cheapest makeup. Every time I do anything positive, or like I'm doing something productive, or I'm showing that I'm still passionate about something, like good things come to me. Like some of you may not know, but I actually am a makeup artist and I have worked in various salons around my town, and like it was something that I really loved. You know, I loved doing people's makeup. It was like something that helped me escape, because I started doing makeup as a boy back when I was younger, and it was kind of my way to like feel the fantasy in other people. So I would do the makeup to make them feel like how I wanted to feel, because like makeup just did that for me, and that's why I love it so much. It was a way for me to escape from reality, and now that like I'm comfortable with myself, like makeup has always been a part of my life. But yeah, I really did miss doing like clients' makeup. The only part of it is like the self-employment part was super hard, because trying to keep up with clients and trying to stay booked all the time was really difficult for me, because I am just not that business savvy in that sense, and especially when I was younger I was less business savvy. One of the salon owners who has really been good to me throughout the years, like she has always stood by my side. She's obviously seen like I'm doing like a makeup tutorial and like I'm kind of like doing makeup. So she reached out to me and she said to me like, can you do someone's makeup on Saturday at the salon? And it just made me like smile because like I haven't done it in so long that it is a part of me that I am kind of missing. And I was just like, oh my god, of course I'll do that. And it just feels really good to like paint someone's face, because there's one thing like painting your own face is, you know, you're used to what you see. So I've done like a soft contour with the NYX, and the next thing I'm gonna do is do my blush and highlight. And to do that, I'm gonna use my beloved Blushing in Bali by BH Cosmetic. Yeah, I'm a bit of a rush because my boyfriend is gonna get his vaccination. I don't know whether to get one, you know. I'm not scared of needles. Some of you may know that. Like, I ain't scared of needles. Like, I can literally inject my own face with fillers. Like, that shit doesn't scare me. But it's just like, I think I just haven't had the time to really think and evaluate about it. Eventually, I probably would just get it because it isn't fair on other people to not have it, because I feel like, you know, I want to be safe for myself and the people around me, so I will probably get it done. Something like that, super easy, oh, this always happens like this. I don't like that sharp line here. I'd like to keep that just, I don't want to look contoured, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking whether I want to put tan for this weekend. I'm in two mindsets of like just being natural with my skin colour, because I am naturally tan, but sometimes I do like that extra oomph. And also, like, has anyone realised like fake tan makes my skin so dry? And I'm gonna use Glisten in the same palette from, oh my god, can you just shut up, to do my highlight. Honestly, can people just give me a break for 2 freaking seconds? So once again, my camera died. We just had to make do because I still had to run some errands. So I went to town with this face like half done. Okay guys, so I'm going to use my Highlight and Contour Pro palette, the NYX one that I used to contour with. I'm just eating so much fast food lately. I've always ate loads of fast food because my boyfriend loves fast food, so I just end up eating it. So yeah, Kurt got his vaccine and he had to kind of be alone to do that because they don't really let anyone else in. So me and his mum went into Primark to just look at some clothes. And I'm telling you guys, Primark has the nicest clothes. I was super shocked. Probably had to go shopping in Primark because, oh. And I love the pyjamas that they have in Primark. Like, honestly, I can live in pyjamas, to be fair. I love pyjamas. It's so comfy. I feel so refreshed, and I feel like if I did this makeup tutorial straight out the bat and just did it all at one go, I think I wouldn't have like enjoyed it, but I'm enjoying it now because like I've had a break. Okay, just because my eyebrows are just not with it today, I want to clean it up and conceal. I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready Candid, and this is really good concealer. It's like such a nice yellow base concealer. I think this would be a really nice base. I don't use too much product when I do this. I just literally grab the tiniest amount because a little does go a long way with concealer, I find. And now I'm just going to do a little dot here and here just to prime my eyes. Obviously, I don't want to do too much. Girl, this ain't no P. Louise. Like, I'm telling you, this is not a P. Louise Academy makeup tutorial. Like, this is just, you go next door, you know? Okay, I'm just going to use that and spread it through. So let's get started on my eyeshadow. I'm going to use Makeup by Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. It's very, very much so loved and used. I'm going to take this pink shade here. I'm going to use that colour as my transition shade. Honestly, this needs to just stop. Yeah, just here, right in the middle. And you can also do this on both eyes because I'm not trying to go too crazy here. I'm just... My eyeliner is like not cooperating with me today. But let's just go ahead and just ignore the fact that it's not it. I'm actually going to further enhance the way this looks and kind of bring it out a little bit more. So using that same pink, I'm going to just run it upwards like that. So it kind of gives me that, lift. And I want the colours to look like they just kind of blow out rather than in the same place. I think that's kind of like fixed it a little bit. The same shade that I use on my lid, I'm going to run this in my waterline. One thing that I have been kind of like realizing is that I'm actually like healing as a person. Talk about healing, I'm talking about like, you know, like things in the past that have hurt you or traumatized you. Like being able to understand it now and growing from it rather than letting it negatively change you as a person. I'm now learning to, you know, accept some of the things that like some of the bad things that have happened in the past, stuff from the past that has affected those things, such as like bullying, discrimination, and some of us might have faced, and I do not wish upon this on anyone, because it's just such a horrible thing to go through when you are made to feel unworthy just because of the way you are. It's disgusting to make people feel like that, and people don't realize the damage that it does to people as they grow. But I'm so lucky enough to see through that and like realize my worth, and I know what I'm good for and I know who I am. I'll have my pink there. I was different and I was made to feel very different, and it really damaged me for a while because I thought there was something wrong with me. Like I felt like what I was wrong, because these people like really were horrible to me because they realized that I had potentials, and you know, maybe the fact that I was different like kind of intimidated them. It's just a stem of jealousy that radiated from them, which was so horrible to be the victim of, which is horrible to say. Like I don't like to say the word victim, but they really did like attack me. Don't get me wrong, just because I was different, like I was always still confident and I was always still happy and I was always still smiling. I tried to make people laugh, you know, I was just a happy person. And it would go to a point where they would be racist to me, they used to attack me just because I was different, and I really did experience that as a kid growing up. But with time, it has affected me in a sense where I didn't see myself as, you know, worthy, because they made me feel like that. They made me feel like I wasn't good enough. They made me feel like I was ugly and I was so different. They made me feel like that, and it did affect me in later life. I just think they literally did that to me because I was confident and I was beautiful and I was worthy and I was amazingly different, and those things that have damaged me in the past were actually the things that made me shine and made me flourish. All the things they were saying that was bad about me were actually my good traits, the thing that actually made me attractive. They tried to tear that down, and this is one thing in life. When people start criticizing the things you do or how you are or what you stand for or anything like that, they only do that because they see the potential. That is your potential. It gets to them because they're jealous of the fact that these are the things that set you apart and make you amazing as a person. They want to tear that down. So whenever you feel like, you know, people are like being horrible to you for no absolute reason, for all the things that you never even thought were a bad thing, it's because you're doing something right, and they're only trying to attack you because you've got something that they don't have. Okay guys, so I just popped on some lashes, and I just used the Fenty lashes. They're from Amazon. I really love these. Obviously they are very full, but for this kind of look, I think it just makes it look so fun and just, you know, like it's not that serious. It's just lashes. I'll put a link down below for you guys if you want to buy these lashes, because they are, like, I do recommend them. They are lovely. So finishing off with the rest of my face, I'm just going to quickly just do a lip line, and then I think I just call it a day, to be honest, because I think this is the look finish. So I'm going to use the Beauty Glaze Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is from Amazon, and this is the shade Dolce K. I absolutely love this brand. Super affordable too, which is good. I love affordable stuff. Okay, so I'm going to use the shade, and what I'm going to do is just going to focus it on the outer bit of my lips, because I don't want too much in the middle, because that tends to get quite clumpy, because this is a liquid matte. I have to be really careful because it can go clumpy. So this is why I focus it on the outer lip. This is such a gorgeous like brown nude. I love it. Just line my lips like that. And it smells absolutely amazing too. And that's honestly it with the lip. Obviously the lip speaks for itself. Like, it does not need any more enhancement. They look crazy, but you know, they will go down, so it's not that deep. It's only lip filler, guys, come on, it's not permanent. Okay guys, I do love my Fenty Glass Bomb, but these lip gloss, the Sheer Brilliant from Revolution, absolutely amazing, guys. So nourishing, super creamy, and I absolutely love the formula of this. Every single one has like its own flavor too. So I have a few shades, but today I'm going to be using Glorified, and it's very much so like a brown nudie pink. So I'm just going to apply that on my lips, and look at that. You can like literally wear this alone and you can still get a really nice pigment out of it, and look how gorgeous that is. That actually really hurts to do that. Absolutely love this. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist, and one thing I didn't mention in my other video, if you have watched it, is this actually has hyaluronic acid and vitamin E, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna spray some of that just to, I don't know, just so satisfying, isn't it? Bring back moisture to my face, because obviously we did apply some powders, and to really set it I used my Rimmel London Insta Fix and Go. Love this. I love to do this kind of look because it's very minimal. I love the idea of not using as much product on the skin, so we definitely achieved that today. And I love the eyes because I love pink. Pink is just so pretty. So yeah, this is such a perfect look for spring if you want to just glam it up a little bit but not go too much. I would say this is a perfect look because it's very much so on the natural side, but if you're going for like an occasion and you still want to look natural but you still kind of want to feel good, like you've actually made an effort, this kind of look is perfect in my opinion. So if you like this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe and comment, please. I would love to know if you use any of these kind of products, and like just let me know if any of the things that I talked about really resonated with you, and like, because I know like I have been quite open in this video, so yeah, it's just, I think it's a good way for me to share my experiences with you guys, so you get to know that like I am a real person and I still go through things, and you know, just like everyone else, we all go through situations. So I think it's nice to be open about it with you. So yeah, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed the makeup tutorial, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. I thought this outfit looked really cute, like this blazer moment. I'm just gonna try and do this.